All right, strap in, everyone. We're going deep on Amplitech Group Inc. today. You want the inside scoop? We've got a mountain of info press releases, a whole 9 yards. Looks like someone's curious where they fit in this wild world of tech.
You know, what's fascinating about AmpleTech is they're not just riding the 5G and quantum computing wave, they're shaping it. Publicly traded, NASDAQ, the big leagues, but with serious technical chops. You see it everywhere, the products, the patents, all of it.
So they're like the masterminds behind the scenes, the signal wizards, right? The tiny parts that make our communication networks hum. But hold on, they're not just pumping out generic parts. Design, development, manufacturing, distribution, they do it all.
That's right, and that whole shebang handling everything from A to Z. That's vertical integration. It tells you they're all about control, top-notch quality. And forget cookie-cutter products. Microwave Design Center, that means custom solutions tailored to their clients. That's where their RF and microwave expertise really shines.
5 divisions, it's like the AmpleTech empire. Where do we even begin?
Well, their heart and soul seems to be AmpleTech Inc. Laser focused on these things called low-noise amplifiers. They even brag, lowest noise amplifiers on the market. Lowest power dissipating amplifiers. Efficiency is their game.
Low noise amplifier. Sounds pretty technical. Break it down for us.
Okay, picture this. You're trying to listen to a podcast in a noisy room. Low noise amplifier. It's like a filter, zaps away the background noise. That's what AmpleTech's amplifiers do for signals. Boost the good stuff, ditch the noise. Crucial for everything, satellite communication, 5G, you name it.
Okay, so they're the signal whisperers.
Yeah.
What about the specialty microwave division? Their website's a bit vague on that one.
Zoom out for a sec. RF and microwave tech, it's a huge world. Different applications need different parts. Looks like AmpleTech's covering a lot of bases, a one-stop shop for all things RF and microwave, not just a niche player.
All right, next up, Spectrum Semiconductors Materials. This one's intriguing. They're actually making the stuff that goes into these components.
Bingo. That's the real story here. Innovation from the ground up. Not just assembling. They're pushing the boundaries of material science. Think of it like a chef. Not only cooks amazing food, but grows their own ingredients. Top quality.
And then there's Amplitech Group True G Speed Services, the 5G gurus, right? True G Speed, screaming high-speed data. 5G infrastructure, no doubt. I even saw something about lowest noise figure Cobb band LNBs for satellite ground stations. What in the world does that even mean?
Don't get bogged down in the jargon. The point is, AmpleTech's in the thick of the 5G revolution. On the ground, A&D. In space, those Cobb band LNBs, they're part of the satellite internet network. Game changer, especially for folks in rural areas who can't get regular broadband.
So they're building the information superhighway of the future. Okay, let's talk actual products. Their website's packed specs galore. Some of these names, though, APT2 000 200 2013 D20, help.
Yeah, information overload much. But that's where their expertise comes in. They guide you, no need to get lost in the choices. It's like a personal shopper for RF tech.
I love that analogy. So big picture, what are we looking at here? They've got a lot of products, right?
Oh yeah, a whole arsenal. Low noise amplifiers, cryogenic amplifiers, those are for super low temps. The quantum computing limiting amplifiers, waveguide amplifiers, medium high power amplifiers, even surface mount amplifiers. The one-stop shop for all your RF and microwave needs. Imagine building a cutting-edge satellite communication system. Need a whole symphony of components, and they not only have the instruments, they know how to conduct the orchestra.
Speaking of innovation, patents galore, especially for 5G and quantum computing. Patents, to me, that's a company that means business. You know, it's like saying, well, we're here to play and we're playing to win.
You nail it. Patents, they're like owning a piece of the future. Protect AmpleTech's inventions. Give them an edge in these fast-moving fields. Shows they're not just following trends, they're pushing the boundaries.
Solid foundation, diverse product lineup, commitment to innovation, so far, so good. But where's all this tech wizardry going? Who are they selling to?
Great question. It's one thing to build cool tech, another to find a market. Good news for AmpleTech. They're in some high-growth sectors, global reach.
Satellite communications seems like a natural fit. Clear signals, long distances, their specialty.
Exactly. GPS, satellite TV, internet in the boonies, all satellite communications. And as the world gets more connected, that market's only going up.
Unsung heroes, keeping us all connected. What about telecommunications? Huge market, especially with 5G exploding.
5G is going to change everything. how we live, work, connect. AmpleTech's right in the middle of it. Their amplifiers, other components, they're building the foundation for these networks on the ground, A&D, believe it or not, in space.
Wait, 5G in space? I thought that was all cell towers and faster downloads on my phone.
It is, but it's also going up, up, up. Satellites beaming down broadband, filling in gaps, boosting capacity. The hyper-connected world. AmpleTech's making it happen.
So they're not just connecting us on Earth, they're reaching for the stars. What else? They mentioned lowest noise figure K-band LNBs for satellite ground stations in one of their press releases. What does that even mean?
In a nutshell, they're part of the satellite internet infrastructure, becoming a real alternative to cable and fiber, especially where broadband's scarce.
So they're bridging the digital divide, bringing high-speed internet to places that have been left behind. Amazing.
They also list space exploration and defense as markets. Now, not a lot of specifics, understandably, but those high-performance parts. Safe bet they're ending up in some seriously advanced tech. Satellites, spacecraft, radar, you name it.
Quietly powering the future of exploration and security. And let's not forget quantum computing, a market with massive potential, even if it's still early days.
You're right, quantum's a long game, but AmpleTech's getting ready. Those cryogenic components we talked about, they're essential for quantum computers to work.
So they're creating the tools that will power the quantum revolution. Pretty exciting. Solid tech, strong markets, but who's running the show? Who's steering the AmpleTech ship?
Their website gives us a peek. CEO and CTO Fawad Makboul seems to be the brains behind their innovation strategy. Experienced management team too, finance, operations, engineering, the whole package.
Sounds like they've got the right people to navigate these complex, fast-changing markets. And it's not just about profits, right? They seem to be committed to doing things the right way, ethically.
You bet. Code of ethics, warranties, quality policies, all about meeting standards, exceeding expectations. A responsible corporate citizen, refreshing to see these days.
So we've covered a lot. Company structure, products, target markets, leadership, lots of moving parts, tons of potential. What does it all mean? Where does AmpleTech fit in the grand scheme of things?
$1 million question, isn't it? I think AmpleTech's a perfect example of a company riding the wave of disruption and shaping it at the same time. 5G, quantum computing at the forefront, their components are driving innovation across industries.
They're building bridges to a future that's faster, more connected, maybe even more mind-blowing than we can imagine. But to really grasp their potential, we need to look at their financials. Let's see if their performance matches their ambition.
Sounds like a plan. Let's see if the numbers tell the same story as their technology.
Okay, so AmpleTech is making waves, doing some cool stuff, but what really caught my eye, their financials. They've been putting up some impressive numbers, talking about strong revenue growth, even beating their own forecasts. That's a good sign, right? Especially in such a competitive field.
Absolutely. Strong financials, that's a healthy company, a company with potential, and AmpleTech. They're firing on all cylinders. Let's dig into the details, see what's driving this growth.
Give me the numbers. What kind of growth are we talking? And more importantly, can they keep it up?
Let's start with revenue. Fiscal year 2022, record-breaking 267% year-over-year increase. That's huge. They pulled in $19.4 million, even beat their own guidance. And the trend's continuing. First quarter 2023, core business sales up again big time.
267%. That's not just growth, that's a rocket ship. But revenue is only part of the story. Profitability. Are they actually making money?
The $1 million question, right? And the answer is yes. Net income, third quarter 2022, $577,000. Ended the quarter with $16 million in cash. So yeah, they're managing their money well, investing strategically.
It's like they've found the secret formula: innovation, revenue growth, A&D profitability. What's their secret?
No magic bullet, really, but a few things stand out. Their focus, those niche markets, high barriers to entry, that gives them an edge. They're not trying to be everything to everyone. They're the specialists.
Playing to their strengths. Makes sense. What else?
Vertical integration, that's huge. Controlling the supply chain, materials, manufacturing tighter quality, potentially lower costs. They're winning on product excellence, A&D pricing.
Streamlined from start to finish. No wonder they're doing so well. Anything else?
They're not afraid to adapt. Not resting on their laurels, they're expanding e-commerce, new product lines, always looking for new opportunities.
A growth mindset baked right into the company culture. That's going to be exciting for investors, right? Speaking of investors, how are they engaging with the investment community?
Pretty active, actually. Press releases, investor calls, even podcasts. They're all about transparency, sharing their story, financials, growth strategy, the whole picture. Builds trust, confidence.
Transparency, that's key in any industry, but especially in tech, where things move so fast. Okay, so we've got a company with a proven track record, strong financials, transparent approach. What's next for AmpleTech? Where do you see them going?
Predicting the future. Tough, especially in tech. But based on what we're seeing, AmpleTech's well-positioned for growth, 5G, quantum computing. They're in the right markets, the markets of the future.
Riding the wave, and they've got a pretty good surfboard. But every wave has its risks. What challenges might AmpleTech face?
Competition, for sure. RF and microwave tech, it's a crowded space. AmpleTech's got to keep innovating, stay ahead of the pack.
Innovation, the name of the game. What else?
The global economy, that's always a wild card. Recessions, supply chains, geopolitics, it can all impact the bottom line. AmpleTech's shown they're resilient.
A reminder that even the best companies can get caught in the crosswinds. What about the tech itself? It's constantly evolving, right?
Absolutely. What's hot today is old news tomorrow. AmpleTech needs to be agile, adaptable. Anticipate the trends, invest in R&D, stay relevant, stay competitive.
Surfing a wave that never stops, got to keep their balance, adjust their course. All right, we've looked at their structure, their products, the markets they're in, their stellar financials. We've even touched on some potential challenges. But zoom out for a second. Why should our listeners care about this company? What's the big picture impact?
Great point. It's easy to get lost in the technical stuff, the numbers. But tech, it's all about how it impacts our lives. AmpleTech's playing a crucial role. Communications, connectivity, even computing.
Okay, break it down for me. How are they actually making a difference?
Let's start with 5G. Faster speeds, lower latency, more devices connected and restore. It's going to revolutionize everything. Healthcare, education, transportation, entertainment, you name it. AmpleTech's components. They're building the infrastructure that makes it all possible.
Building a more connected world. Pretty cool. What about quantum computing? Still feels a bit like science fiction.
I know, right? But it's getting real fast. Quantum computers, they can solve problems that are impossible for our regular computers. Medicine, material science, AI breakthroughs we can only imagine right now. AmpleTech, with their focus on cryogenics, they're laying the groundwork.
Unlocking a whole new realm of possibilities. That's incredible. But all this tech advancement, we have to talk about the ethical side too, right?
Absolutely. Technology's powerful. We have to use it responsibly. As we dive deeper into AmpleTech, we need to think about the societal impact. How do we make sure the benefits are shared, that we don't widen the gap between the haves and have-nots?
That's a crucial point. Technology for good, that's the goal. Okay, so we've explored the big picture, but I want to learn more about their specific contributions. Let's shift gears, talk about their recent news, product developments. What have they been up to lately?
Sounds good. I'm particularly interested in those patents they've been awarded, how they're turning those into real products, real services.
Okay, let's dive into those patents. What's the deal with those?
Well, they just got the green light on one for their 5G tech and another for a cryogenic solution, specifically for quantum computing. These patents, big deal. It's their secret sauce, what sets them apart.
Okay, hold on. Before we get too technical, break it down. What makes these patents so special? I get that patents protect inventions, but what do these inventions do?
All right, the 5G patent first. Probably all about their low noise tech. Remember, we talked about that clear signals, essential for 5G. It's like their superpowered noise filter, but for 5G signals.
So they're making 5G even better, faster, more reliable. Everyone wants that.
Exactly. Now, that cryogenic patent, this one's cool, literally. They've figured out how to operate at super low temperatures. We're talking near absolute zero, the kind of environment quantum computers need.
Whoa, cryogenics. That's like the science of super cold. What's that got to do with quantum computing? Feels like we just jumped from 5G to a physics lab.
It's all connected, I promise. Quantum computers, they're super sensitive, need those ultra low temperatures to work, minimize interference. AmpleTech solution, probably special components, amplifiers, power supplies, things that can handle the extreme cold.
So they're building the essential parts for these quantum computers. This isn't just tinkering around the edges, this is game-changing stuff.
You got it. That's what's so interesting about AmpleTech. They're thinking ahead, shaping the future. These patents, they're proof they're serious about pushing the limits.
My mind is blown. Quantum computing, just imagine the possibilities. Cures for diseases, new materials, AI that's actually intelligent things we can only dream of right now.
It's exciting. But remember, quantum computing's still early days, lots of challenges. But companies like AmpleTech, they're paving the way. Their work could change everything.
Okay, so cutting-edge tech, patents galore, but where's it all going? Who are their customers?
Key question. Awesome tech's great, but you need buyers. Good news. AmpleTech's in markets that are booming globally.
Satellite communications, they've been doing that for a while, right? Makes sense. Clear signals, long distances, right up their alley.
GPS, satellite TV, internet, and remote areas all depends on satellite communication, and that demand only going up.
The invisible threads that keep us connected. What about telecommunications? Huge market, 5G's rolling out everywhere.
5G is a game changer, and AmpleTech's right in the middle of it. Their amplifiers, other components, they're the foundation for these networks, not just on the ground, remember, in space too.
Right, 5G in space, so not just about faster internet on our phones.
Exactly. Satellites beaming 5G down to Earth, expanding coverage, boosting capacity. AmpleTech's making that hyper-connected world a reality.
Incredible. Okay, so satellites, telecommunications, who else?
Space exploration and defense, they're in those markets too. Not a lot of details, which makes sense, but you can bet their tech is ending up in some seriously advanced systems. Satellites, spacecraft, radar, you name it.
The unsung heroes of exploration and security. And of course, quantum computing, the market with endless potential.
Quantum's the long game, but AmpleTech's ready. Those cryogenic components, essential for quantum computers. They're laying the foundation for the future.
So they're building the future, piece by piece. We've talked about their tech, their markets, their financials. It all looks amazing. But for our listener, what's the takeaway? Why should they care about AmpleTech?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. AmpleTech is a company that's all about innovation. Not just making parts, they're enabling technologies that could change the world. Faster communication, global connectivity, breakthroughs in medicine, science. The possibilities are endless.
It's inspiring, really, a company that's pushing the limits, making a positive impact.
Exactly. Their work shows us that technology can be a force for good. As we move forward, we need to support companies like AmpleTech companies that are committed to innovation, ethical practices, a better future for everyone.
Couldn't said it better myself. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Amplitech. Fascinating journey, learned a lot about this innovative company and the incredible tech they're developing.
It's been a pleasure. And for our listener, keep an eye on AmpleTech. They're one to watch, that's for sure.